Okay, so we're checking out the Faded Embers and the Faded Twin. Came out last couple of weeks, and so here I've got it set up so the guitar's going into the Faded Embers. The circuit style is like a vintage style fuzz, so it needs to go fast in the chain really. And dogs come to say hello. Hello, Sheppy. And going then into the Faded Twin, and then I've got a small little pedal board over here, which is the Nobels ODR1, my modded one, stereo reverb from the RV500. There's like it's a room on that side, and a slap from a Space Echo on that side. I'm using my Stomp Patch from Easter, which is an AC30 and a high Watt 100 hard panned left and right. And I just really wanted to go through some of the ways that I use these pedals. To start off with, the Embers. Its fuzz circuit is designed more around getting a really nice clean sound. So that is way number one that I use the Embers. And that kind of textured clean is a similar way to how I use the Faded Twin in its parallel mode. So in parallel, you can hear what each boost is doing individually. So I set boost one kind of to taste. So it's like a little bit of tone shaping and a little bit of character, kind of rolls off some low end. And then blend in that second, more characterful boost until you can kind of feel it. Without that side one rolled in, this is what we've got. So that's what we're kind of blending in there. A compressed, spluttery kind of sound. Into another drive pedal that works really nicely. So here's my Nobels ODR1 that I've modded. kind of use this pedal as a second gain stage to my setup, right? Now to get a bit of character. Without any of that side one rolled in. Sounds cool, but a little bit mushy. Kind of bringing in that side one. You retain some of that dynamic. Something that I really like to do into Overdrive using the Faded Embers is to get a real kind of gated, spluttery, fuzzy sound, but obviously the Embers is aiming for a cleaner kind of thing, but going into an overdrive, so getting that gated sound that you normally associate with fuzzes, but through an overdrive. So onto the other bias setting. Maybe sounds a bit odd into a clean amp, but this is just overdrive again. Without the overdrive on. pedals that you should be afraid of going all the way to either end of the extremes of the pot settings, because that's what I do. Okay, so back onto the Faded Twin. That's where we ended up, so we're running both in parallel at the moment. Running them in series means boost 1 is boosting into boost 2. So boost 1 kind of becomes like your gain control, and this kind of cascade gives some really nice dynamic sounds. So if I just kind of, if I do a low gain one, get those really nice kind of glassy highs. Overdrive territory here. All the way up, we're kind of going to get into fuzz land.